Hello everyone. Can everyone hear me? Okay, thank you. Hello. Namaste. I am Madhumita Bishnu. I live in Calcutta. So I'm going to present before all of you Mango Mahalabia. And this is a very unique fusion dish which I'm going to prepare. I just would like to share that Mahalabia is a cuisine from Middle East. It's a traditional dessert, very luscious to eat, and it's a custard pudding. So the main ingredient would be rice flour or corn flour with rose water, or it's going to be orange blossom water. But mango being in season, I just wanted to do a fusion and make the most with mangoes. So I will do with Mango Mahalabia. Enjoy. Thank you very much. And I have taken 2.5 cups of milk. Of course, it is Amul Milk. And here is Amul Milk. We all know how good Amul products are. We have been using since our very own childhood. And so I'm using Amul Milk, 2.5 cup of Amul Milk. From here, I will take 1/4 cup of the milk and I will put it in a bowl and I shall mix 1/3 cup of corn flour. I have 1/3 cup of corn flour and I am just going to mix this with the 1/4 cup of milk. I shall stir this very well, and once this is mixed, I will then just set it aside. If any of you have any questions, please go ahead and ask and I shall certainly respond. Now I will heat up the milk. So this is rest of the milk and I will pour it here. I have taken 1/2 cup of sugar, so which I will add this here. And I am using Amul cream. Amul cream is so good for all our desserts, we all know that. So I'm going to use 1.5 cups of Amul cream. This is 1 cup. And this is 1/2 cup. Now, this I will keep on stirring on low flame and I will allow it to thicken. So this should approximately take about, the whole thing to be thickened should take about 10 minutes. Once the sugar is melted, then I will add the cornflour slurry into it. I hope all of you can see what I'm doing. So the sugar is gradually dissolving. And I have reduced the flame from the very beginning. Now I do have this cornflour which I mixed with quarter cup of milk. This is what I'm going to add in here now. And I will continuously whisk because it's very essential that this has to be whisked continuously. So after about 10 minutes, this will thicken up. Any questions, if anybody has, please ask. And I would request all of you to try this recipe. This is a very, very yummy recipe for sure. And Amul products are so good. So this will gradually thicken up. And the flame has got to be really on low. So gradually bubbles have come in, and at this point I am just going to wait for it to thicken a bit. So this is gradually thickening up. Now what will happen is once this thickens up, then this has to be cooled a little bit, and this will be placed in the dessert cups or bowls of your choice and then brought under room temperature. And once it's brought under room temperature, then it will be refrigerated, ideally overnight. But if that's not possible, certainly for 4 or 5 hours. And once it sets in the refrigerator, then the mango is to be made into a puree. Honey is to be added into that puree, and that is to be spooned into the custard pudding. and then you know it will be set again in the refrigerator, and just before serving, just a little bit of garnishing with pistachios, chopped pistachios. So Gunja ji is asking me, why have I not used whipped cream? Well, this dessert does not use whipped cream. It just uses fresh cream, and that's the reason I'm using Amul fresh cream. But thank you for asking, Gunja ji. I'll just check whether if any more other questions come. Bansal ji, I will surely give the recipe here in the link so that you can try it tomorrow. It's just going to be very interesting for you to make it, that's for sure. So yeah, that's it. So as of now, yeah, 2 questions. I have just increased the flame a little bit. And since I'm whisking continuously, so it's not going to burn in the bottom. Okay, so somebody has asked me to repeat the recipe. Well, the recipe is, it's Mango Mahalabia, and for which I am using cornflour, milk, Amul milk of course, and I'm using Amul cream of course. And what I did was I added, with 2.5 cups of milk, I added half cup of sugar, I added 1.5 cups of Amul fresh cream, and I am actually making it into a thick custard pudding kind. So this is really now thickened up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. And I am just going to whisk it a little more, and 2 teaspoons of rose water. Now that I have added this, I'm going to just whisk this once more, and then I'm going to switch off the flame. I'm going to allow it to cool just now for 10 minutes and then bring it to room temperature after putting it in the dessert cup and then refrigerate. But I already have that, so I'm going to show you how it would look. Now, I have already done this, and this I've put in the dessert glass, and so once it sets in the refrigerator, it's going to look like this. So now I'm going to come to the mango part, and I'm going to make a sauce out of the mango puree. I have done the mango puree, and I'm going to show you what's the next step. So here is my one mango puree. I've made puree out of one mango. Now, the mango that I used in Calcutta is Langra, that variety, and that's very sweet, but this is really going to come out very well with Langra. So I'm going to now put this into the pan, and I'm going to add half a cup of honey, and I'm going to add half a cup of water. So I'm going to mix that just for about 5 to 7 minutes, and I'll show that. So here I have the mango puree, and I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of honey into it. You know, you can increase and decrease the honey depending on how sweet your mango is. My mango is really very sweet, so I've just added 2 tablespoons of honey. With this, I'm going to add half a cup of water. And I'm going to cook this on low flame for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm just seeing if there is any more question. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to make this sauce. And I'll add a little bit of salt into it. So, you know, within 5 to 7 minutes, this will thicken up. So, you know, gradually this is thickening up, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is, once this thickens up, then I'm going to add it to the already prepared, refrigerated, the mahalabia, that is the pudding that I've already made. I'm going to add that to it, and then this should also be refrigerated, and then just before serving, pistachios, chopped pistachios would be garnished, and one would enjoy that. So Leena ji is asking me with which other fruits we can make this. Well, you know, you can make it with any fruits. I mean, you can make it with orange, you can make it with pineapple, you can make it with any fruits. Because mango is in season, that's why I've used mango. Any more question anybody has? No. So this is gradually thickened up. Okay, Kavita ji, the recipe is Mango Mahalabia. Mahalabia is a Middle Eastern dessert, and it's a very traditional dessert where it's either rice flour or corn flour is used ideally, and it is done with orange blossom water or rose water. But because mango is in season, I have made a fusion of it and I'm doing Mango Mahalabia. So what I've done is I've added quarter cup of milk with 1/3 cup of corn flour, and I've mixed it and I set it aside. And then with 2.5 cups of milk, I've added 1/2 cup of sugar, and I've added 1.5 cup of Amul cream, and I have on low fire, I have made it into a thick pudding like, and to that I've added cardamom powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom powder, and I have also added 2 teaspoons of rose water. So I've allowed that to cool. So you know, this is still very hot. This will take about 10 minutes to cool down, and then you know it would be poured into the dessert bowl or glass, and then it's going to be brought under room temperature completely, and then only it will be refrigerated. So once that is done, ideally it should be overnight, but you know, just in case that's not possible, you can do it the whole day, and then you can make the mango sauce. The mango sauce is, I've used 1 ripe mango. It's very sweet. It's Langra, what we say in Calcutta, that variety. And so I've made a puree of that, and I've added 2 tablespoons of honey into it, and I've added 1/2 cup of water and a pinch of salt. So I'm going to make this little thick. As you can see, it's already thick. And this I'm going to pour into the already made custard pudding. And so I'm going to add on to that, and then I'm going to garnish it with chopped pistachios. So that's the recipe. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So as all of you can see, this is really thick now. So now I'm going to just switch off the flame, and I would like to show that I had already made that sauce and I poured it into the pudding, and you know, I refrigerated it. So this actually looks very luscious. It's going to be very sweet, as it's a dessert. It's going to be very sweet to taste. And now I'm going to just garnish it with chopped pistachios. So here is the dessert, and that's it. So this is just to be enjoyed, this on its own, and just have a wonderful time making this recipe, and just leave me feedback, and it will be great. I am on Instagram as Madhu Bish, and so please look me up. I have the recipe there also, and I'm also on Facebook as Madhumita Bishnu, and so I would be really looking forward to feedback from all of you. And any questions, I'm still looking for if there is any questions. Okay, no questions as of now. So yes, I mean, if any of you have any more question, please do ask. I shall be very happy to respond. But this is the Mango Mahalabia. And just to share with all of you, Mango Mahalabia. Hope all of you can see it. So thank you Suchismita ji, and thank you for your appreciation. I just did see a question. Okay, Kavita ji, the dessert is Mango Mahalabia, and I do have a blog. The blog is madhubish27.com. Please visit the blog, and I will definitely expect that all of you will visit the blog. Please visit me on Instagram. I'm as Madhubish under Instagram, and this dessert, please all of you try, and I'm going to put up the recipe on the link on this page, on Amul's page, so all of you will have access to that and all of you can make it. But I really appreciate all of your comments, and appreciate all of you that you're watching. So I expect that all of you will make this recipe at your home. Thank you, Suchitra ji. Thank you so much. You are watching. Thank you so much. So if anybody has any more questions, I guess that's it. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and I look